So imagine this scenario. It's 1997, and I know that's a long time ago, and you're standing inside a mixed business store in front of their VHS rental tape section. And yes, exactly, VHS rentals. Now, on the shelf, you see a movie with a cover that has a big head on it, and on the back, it says that the movie features Jacquelline Lovell. So what do? Well, let me tell you what a 16-year-old me did. I rented that movie as fast as I could. I ran home, and with the power of 2 VHS decks, I made a copy of the film, thanks to the fact that that tape didn't have any copy protection on it. And over the course of a year or so, I watched that tape many hours. Not the film, just the tape. I've only ever really seen the movie once, but I can recount countless scenes from this film to you. So what's the film actually about? A dude by the name of Lance tries to devise a plot where he can use the family of strange characters, including a wheelchair-bound head with psychic abilities, a strongman, and a guy who can listen through walls, to murder his lover Loretta's husband. Things don't go quite to plan for Lance, who finds himself and Loretta being kidnapped by the family, where the head is desperate for a bride. So to me, this movie is all about Jacquelline Lovell, or if you know her by her softcore name, Sarah St. James, and the number of times that she can actually shed her clothes in the film. In fact, the last 5 minutes or so of the movie actually drops the whole pretense of being a movie in favor of just showing her completely starkers for the whole finale. This movie was made in a time before CGI was prevalent, and we didn't have too many online forums to talk about bad or cult movies. Because if we did, this movie would have been one of the most popular discussion points, and perhaps we would have even got that sequel that was promised at the end of the film and teased again in 2020 by director Charles Band. Charles, we're still waiting, mate, and that comic ain't gonna cut it. In regards to the film, this is a fun and funny time waster that could never be made today due to the abundance of nudity. Honestly, I think that the movie could have survived without all the sex and nudity. The runtime would have been cut in half, but it would have still been an interesting film. Not that I'm saying the nudity should be cut out. It shouldn't. It's part of the charm of the film, alongside the rather decent looking giant head effect, especially with its elongated and slimy tongue that it uses to lick Miss Lovell's breast. What a scene. A movie that was never going to stand the test of time, but it didn't need to. This is the type of cult movie that filmmakers dream of making. A small comedy horror that people are still talking about more than 25 years later. And people are still waiting for that sequel, Charles. I'm the Artie Dans, and thank you for watching this review on SHOCKMANIA.